Panthers improved to 24-21 all-time in this tournament. And the Panthers avoid a season sweep against SIU with their win. Southern Illinois had beaten UNI twice in the regular season and had won their last 4 games against the Panthers. Kavion Pippin for Southern Illinois came in today's game with 2 double-doubles of the season. He added 1 tonight. He had 6 in his career. That makes 7 for his career. His 20 points tonight marked the 6th 20-point game of the season. Victorious Panthers are with us. They have a date in tomorrow's semifinal game, game number 2. They'll play Drake. We'll have a Illinois-Iowa semifinals tomorrow. Bradley and Loyola, and Drake and Northern Iowa. Wyatt Lowhouse and Trey Burhow represent the student body for the Panthers. We're going to ask head coach Ben Jacobson to make a statement on the game, and then we'll have questions for all 3 Panthers up here. Ben, please.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. That was what a great game. We've had a lot of those with Southern Illinois, and this one wasn't much different. I thought we were maybe just a little bit, maybe just a half a step ahead for a while in the game. And both teams played extremely hard, but we were able to get just a little separation, and they. As they've played great here in the last 10 days, and they did what a team like that does when they've got a group of seniors and extremely well coached and playing the way that they're playing. They got it to a point where they had the same chance to win as we did, and like I said, we've just seen that a lot when we've played against Southern Illinois. These guys, these 2 guys are great. I thought Trey battled Fletcher all night long. Was able to, in the first half, did a terrific job on him, and that really helped us get to that lead at halftime. Wyatt was terrific all night. Loved how aggressive he was. Loved the shots that he was getting to. And then we got a big lift from Justin off the bench. That first half from Justin really helped us. So proud of these guys. Love what they're doing.
Questions? Start here. Number 2, Todd. Go.
Jake, you had a situation earlier this season where AJ had the ball in a kind of a similar deal. Final shot against Loyola didn't fall. Did you tell him anything after that game? And just what did you want to see in him in that moment there tonight where he had the ball in his hands after the go-ahead 3-pointer?
Yeah, I did. I told him that we'll take that in that same situation. We'll take him with the ball in his hands and the shot he had at our place, the one you're talking about. We'll take that every single time. That's all I told him. And he said, I got you, Coach. And when I said it, I know I was speaking for these guys as well. I was speaking for our team when I told AJ that. And tonight, man, he was strong on that play. There was he had to work to get himself to a spot. That was a lot of strength to get to that spot. And when you think about the last game we played against Southern at their place, it didn't go so well for AJ, and it didn't go so well for a couple of our guys, and did not go well for our team in the second half. And to come back and make that play in this game, that's like I said, in that situation, we'll take him with the ball each and every time.
Wyatt, just a bunch of jumpers. You were able to find a spot, kind of around the screen. Did you think that was going to be open today, or did you just kind of create that yourself today?
Yeah, that's something we talked about this week in practice a lot. They kind of changed up how they're defending the ball screen, sagging off that 5-man and kind of trying to just guard it with 2 guys. So we talked about just waiting for the screen, getting the defender on me, and then kind of just reading that big man and putting pressure on him. And that's a shot I'm really comfortable with, that little mid-range pull-up. So I felt they were just giving it to me, and a few of them went in.
Did you have a message for AJ or any of the guys there in that final timeout after Southern Illinois took the lead?
It was more just, we're right in it. Keep your heads up. we got to go make a play. I think the general message just across the board was head up, flush it, what just happened, let's go make a play and let's win.
As a lone senior out there on this team, how significant is a game like this for you?
It's awesome. Want to keep playing as long as we can here at the end. So to win a tough game like that, the way we did, it feels really good.
Ben, you seem to give Pippen that free throw line jumper instead of kind of maybe letting him post up in the rim. Were you kind of willing to give up 15, even 20, what he had, not to let him beat you in the other way?
Yes. When we looked at everything that Southern has and what they were going to throw at us in this game at both ends, you got to make a decision. At least we felt like we did for us at the defensive end because of the versatility that they've got with the lineup. Pippen has been he's been really good, and he's been really good here late. But Fletcher and Lloyd are getting 40 points a game in the last 5. So you've got to take care of those guys. And I said it, I believe yesterday is when I talked about it. I think McGill and Cook are the most underrated guys. They don't get talked about much in our league. You don't hear their names talked about a lot. I think they're the most underrated pair of guards in our league. So yes, we had to give up something. We weren't going to guard him at 17 feet. Guard Fletcher and Lloyd, in all their spots. Keep the 2 smaller guards, Cook and McGill, keep them out of the lane. There's a lot to handle with their team. So, in looking at what we, our list of things, that was something that we were going to give up.
Trey, obviously you've gone 4 games going into this without knocking down a three-pointer. What was kind of your process like to going into this game and trying to get back on track? What were the keys for you to kind of recover there?
It's probably the same thing every game, just let it fly. Get the ball and shoot. Coach has been preaching that to me, so don't go overboard, don't do anything that I don't do, just keep it simple. So, just catch and shoot and stay confident in myself. That's what I did, so.
How comfortable were you feeling out there in the second half? It looked like you showed some poise there with the hook shot and then the big three-pointer, a little bit of emotion there. What kind of stood out from that moment?
I feel like we're pretty comfortable in these situations now. We've gone through the whole season, had a lot of close games. So coming down like in the crunch time, I guess making some big shots is nothing new to us. So if I make it, someone else will make it. So it's a lot of trust in the team. So we're just really used to being in those close situations.
Your first year with this team after playing with another team, what's kind of unique about the chemistry of this group, or how would you kind of say, what's kind of stood out about how these guys have kind of come together here?
I think the big word is together. We play together. We have trust in every single one of us. And if one person doesn't make a shot, no one's going to get down on you. They're going to trust and make sure you're going to make the next shot, and they're going to believe in you throughout the whole game.
Coach AJ kind of struggled early, and you had, like you mentioned, the production out of Justin, Wyatt, some other guys stepping up. What that kind of say about your team, the type of depth that you had kind of displayed there tonight?
Yeah, and I think that's why we played so well in February. And we played pretty darn well in January. Also, didn't win all the time, but we played pretty good in January. But I think in February our offense really ticked up, and we were. It was either before the last 2 games, either 7 of 9 or 8 of 10. We were 1 point per possession or higher with our offense, and that's taken in a lot of games. That's taken in, of course, some road games and playing against some good teams in that stretch. So. And the reason that the offense is better is it's been everybody. The ball has moved a lot better here in the last 6 weeks, and I think that's the part of the process that I've really enjoyed being a part of. I was learning as much about our team in November and December as they were learning about each other, and we were trying to figure. There's a lot of things we were trying to figure out, and I give these guys a ton of credit for the way that they have shared the basketball, the way they've moved the basketball. And that's led to what happened tonight. We don't need just AJ or just Wyatt or just Trey to make threes or on down the list. We don't need just one guy or just 2 guys in order for us to play well on offense. And that's, like I said, these guys deserve a ton of credit for that.
Abby?
Coach, looking ahead to tomorrow with Drake, what are going to be the keys for that matchup for you guys?
Yeah, that's boy, I don't know yet. and I appreciate your question. we'll watch their game from tonight. You know, obviously a different lineup for them, and I was able to watch part of the second half after we got here and see some of that. But without Wilkins, and without I don't know McGlynn's status. I know he didn't play in the second half. So I will say this: that is for Wilkins to go down ahead of time, and then McGlynn to go out in the first half and not come back and play in the second half. That is a tremendous game that they played, and a tremendous win. So, you know, even given the injuries, it's obvious that they're not ready to be done. So it's going to be a heck of a game. Both games with them this year were close, and we got one, they got one. So we'll have to watch. I'll have to watch tonight's game to be able to figure out what we're going to need to do, you know, at both ends.
Anything else for the Panthers of Northern Iowa? All right, gentlemen, thank you. Congratulations. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, Joe.
Panthers and Bulldogs in Game 2 of the semifinal doubleheader.